Hello and welcome back to the Madmen with the Box live stream, our weekly live stream where we talk about all Doctor Who news plus our review or topic at the end. I'm joined with, I'm pointing the right way, yes, Professor Pixel. Purity required. I don't agree with your stances, Pixel. Okay, I don't agree with that. Very questionable.
I have an explanation, but it has to wait until we get into talking about what we think is the best New Year's.
Sure, it does. Hello, Ashan. Hello. Happy New Year. But this is going to be a very quick stream because there's not particularly a lot to talk about. Our topic at the end of this will be we are going to give what we thought was the best of the New Year specials, and I know technically it's one of the parts of Spyfall technically falls. There's one of the it's either part 1 or 2 falls on either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. It's one of them. I'm gonna bring it up right now. Yes, Spyfall Part 1 came out on New Year's Day.
That doesn't count.
But we don't count it because it's a 2-parter.
It's not a special.
And it's not really a special. It's the start of a season. So we're not going to count that. Are you counting End of Time Part 2? No. That's the end of the 8 specials? 9 specials? Yeah.
Yeah. That, I mean, we kind of counted that. But see, there's a difference. End of Time, the first part was on Christmas, and then the second part was on New Year's. End of Time Part 2 is not a New Year's special. It just was on New Year's.
The last scene is on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. But no, technically the majority of that takes place on the same day or the day after.
Yeah, it's basically Dalek specials. We're picking
Dalek specials.
We're picking the best ones. And I'm sorry, I should have thought about my tagline a little more. I regret it.
To be fair, I think when people think New Year's specials, they mean those 3 because they are outright New Year's specials.
Yeah.
Like when people say Easter specials, they're going to think of Planet of the Dead and Legend of the Sea Devils because they're the only 2 Easter specials.
They're going to think of Planet of the Dead and regret Legend of the Sea Devils.
Yes. Although, to be fair, half of the writer of Planet of the Dead is problematic, and we don't like him, so I don't know.
I can barely remember the episode, so.
Yeah. What do you mean? It has everyone's favorite Doctor Who character, Lady Christina, who was recently in one of your favorite Once and Future stories. I mean, come on, fake fan. Fake fan alert.
Fake fan requiring purity. Big fan. Let's go ahead and talk about some news. And actually, the purity required is even worse. It's getting worse. Recently, the BBC put out a statement. They got, 140 complaints out of the millions and millions of people watching, complaining about the representation of a trans character on television. And the BBC basically said, we reflect the world we live in and celebrate diversity. So,
yep, as they quoted here, as regular viewers of Doctor Who will be aware, the show has and will always continue to proudly celebrate diversity and reflect the world we live in. We are always mindful of the content within our episodes.
Yeah.
So transphobes, get fucked.
I totally did not see that coming.
It's me. No. BBC says Eve was my favorite. Had the Dog and Fam on top form the whole time. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that soon.
Yes, we have to.
But who? So what? There's a trans person in Doctor Who. Who cares? Who cares?
If a person's mere existence,
They're a person, okay?
Yeah.
Move along.
If a person's mere existence bothers you and they're just there, they're existing, you can go ahead and just fuck off.
Yeah. I would say, just stop watching the show. But considering certain conservative Doctor Who watchers who keep saying they will stop watching the show because they've got it's all woke now, still watch it for hate clicks. Yeah, they wouldn't listen to me. They don't even listen to their own advice. I'm going to stop watching Doctor Who because it's woke. Still continues to watch it.
Yep.
It's me, GBC says, I'm proud of myself for making the top post of November on r/Doctor Humor, a meme made about transphobes getting pissed.
Yeah.
No, they've stopped watching the show. They just want to continue spewing the hate.
Yeah. I mean, basically.
No, the entire time they are watching the show, but as soon as something comes up that is the opposite of what they believe in, then that's the only time they actually watch the show. All context is removed out of it, so they can complain about it and make a very insensitive, disgusting thumbnail or title on their YouTube video or whatever.
It's not even something they believe in. They just have no respect for anyone other than themselves. They are so selfishly minded. They can't consider other people's lives. They're horrible.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway,
so good on the BBC. Just saying, hey, well,
goodbye.
This is the world we live in. Like, these people exist. They live in society. They're going to be in the show if the show is going to reflect the real world sometimes. Okay, like,
bye
bye. We don't need you here. You know, maybe sometimes gatekeeping does work. Okay.
All right.
Maybe we do need to gatekeep. You know, even though that's what they want. Sometimes I'm going to co-opt it for myself. Speaking of gatekeeping, we need to gatekeep ideas as well. So yes,
this spin-off is happening. Somehow the worst special in the history of Doctor Who. I'll go ahead and say that. Legend of the Sea Devils has inspired a spin-off that's happening. The war between the land and the sea.
So for context, sometime last year, there were all these rumors coming out about, because Russell said he wanted to do spin-offs, because now that he has the Disney money, he has the budget to do spin-offs. And there was all these rumors. There's going to be a unit one. There's the one about, there was the monster one, wasn't there? Like each episode was going to be about a different monster from Doctor Who or something like that. And another one was this idea about the Sea Devils having their own spin-off. And then I think a huge majority said, no, thank you. But allegedly, it looks like it could be a thing called The War Between the Land and the Sea. I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care about the Sea Devils.
No.
Because
we're going to watch it, but we don't
much like with the Silurians, there is only ever really one idea, and they just keep using it. Oh, the Doctor or whoever is going to try and broker peace between humanity or the Silurians/Sea Devils. Something goes wrong, something tampers with that, and one side, usually the Sea Devils or Silurians, end up dying or they just go away. I really hope this is a bait and switch. Please cover up for something else. Maybe.
Yes. So we're basically agreed. We don't support this. We're going to watch it, but we don't support this.
I don't know if I'll watch it.
I will watch it. I am.
Because what other ideas could they do with the Sea Devils aside from that? Because the Sea Devils aren't even that original themselves. They're just aquatic versions of Silurians.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's what.
And as we've seen with the
It is.
most recent attempt with the Sea Devils, the story wasn't that good.
And it could have
Granted,
been so good. It could have been good. They
It
had a
could have
decent
been.
idea. Pirate Sea Devils, yeah.
Pirate Sea Devils against a pirate queen.
How do you mess that up?
Well, you get an inexperienced writer or a first time on Doctor Who writer co-writing with Chris Chibnall, and then you rip parts out of the script because it's very evident there is a lot that is missing in that episode.
I'm sorry.
But I agree with Ishan that it could be a bait and switch. Maybe it could be like, maybe the Sea Devils are in the unit series.
That could be good. That would be good.
They've had history with units, so the Big Finish unit series had an entire box set devoted to Sea Devils and Silurians, so
I have to say, it's me, GPZ. The Pating cannot get his series until he is revealed as the grand mastermind of Grace. So it's going to have to wait. It's going to have to wait for Pating year.
The Patingus.
Chris, you're stealing.
No one cares about the Pating. Would I watch it if it had Paul McGann?
Paul McGann? What?
If the Eighth Doctor was there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because...
You know how I mentioned, before the stream started, I mentioned Tom Hiddleston. And in his mind, he thought of Tom Felton. Somehow, you said Paul McGann, and my mind went Paul Rudd.
I'd watch it if it was Paul Rudd. That'd be great. You know, that's my only exception. I'll watch it if Paul Rudd is in it.
Get him on the phone.
But to answer your question, Ishan, would I watch it if Paul McGann was in it?
Yes, you would.
No, to be fair, the Eighth Doctor and Charlie were in a Doomsday box set, and I did not buy it because I did not want anything to do with Doomsday.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in Doomsday. I'm not going to buy it just because one of my favorite Doctor companion duos was in it. I didn't buy it.
Chris, there's a very big difference. This series has consistency. This
Paul Rudd
series
is the Rani.
isn't
Yes.
the mess that was Doomsday.
You don't think this would be a mess? Like a Sea Devils TV show?
Is it anthological? I mean, if it's a straight-on series, then why would it be like...
But that's Doomsday. If it had every single Doctor, nobody would still buy it. Well, technically, it almost did.
What if it's a Silurian Sea Devil civil war?
Maybe, I guess.
That
but it only says features the Sea Devils.
Wow.
And when I think war between the land and the sea, I'm thinking more of like humanity and Sea Devils.
It did basically have every single Doctor, and no one.
There was the first Doctor, there was the second Doctor, there was the ninth Doctor, there was the eighth Doctor. I think 13.
We resurrected William Hartnell and put him in Doomsday. Please, bye. I think he's in like.
No, this. I'm hoping this is like a red herring, or it is to cover up, like Ishan said, it is to cover up something else. It's a bait and switch.
Well, red herring would be in conjunction with the Sea Devils. They're both aquatic creatures.
You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. That was not clever in any way. That was not funny in any way. You see me laughing? You got the whole squad laughing right now. That was everyone in the chat. Boo Pixel for that joke. Run him off stage right now.
How long can I?
Insufficient data.
Yeah, you never fucking know the answer when it's important.
That felt relevant to how you treated me. Why am I your canine, huh?
I don't know. Honestly, don't write it off. If Russell D. Davies is one thing, it's good at subversion of expectations. Yeah, I expected him to do not the same shit that he does every time. And lo and behold, we have how many dangling plot threads? How many mystery boxes? And the series hasn't even started yet?
But it's good. The episodes are good.
Yes, the episodes are good, but like, we don't need 20 million mystery boxes before the new season starts.
We have like 4. Don't exaggerate.
Now, I've actually rethink this because there's also another one that we missed. So
What's
we have the boss,
Mhm.
who could possibly be the one who waits, who could possibly be whoever picked up
Or 2.
Master's Gold Tooth, which is another one. So
3.
Master's Gold Tooth. We have Ruby's mum. We have Mrs. Flood. There's also apparently Susan Twist is one.
Who?
You know that in the Church of Ruby Road, she's the one that was like asking her to play like a certain song that Ruby's band was playing. Now play this song. Apparently she was also, I think it was the same actress that was in Wild Blue Yonder that was with Sir Isaac Newton. Apparently.
Oh, that's just until something is implied further. That's just an actress in 2 different roles.
Okay, that's possibly one. Toymaker's Legion.
Okay.
He says, "My legions are coming."
6.
So there's about 6 dangling plot threads, 6 mystery boxes.
You know, yeah. Yeah,
I think we're all used to Chibnall fumbling the bag that we forget Russell never forgets a plot line. Yeah, but Russell has done better with setting up these mystery boxes. Outright just saying this is a mystery box does not feel like Russell. Like Bad Wolf began subtle. It didn't. I think a lot of people forget Bad Wolf technically started in the 2nd episode. The was it the Moxa Balhoun said this is a classic Bad Wolf scenario. You don't really get that until the 3rd episode when Gwyneth says, the big bad wolf. Then you start to notice. You're like, oh, what's this bad wolf?
Yeah, but even then, it's just
the funny part about all the dangling plot threads is that they all could refer to the same. But I feel that is so. I do not like that idea. If they are all of them are coincidentally.
It has to be different. The one who waited cannot be of the Toymaker's Legion.
Yeah. I think Russell's going with a bolder, more rambunctious approach to writing as that reflects the tone the show's going in. I guess, but all we've gotten so far is just classic Russell.
I mean,
isn't necessarily bad, but it's nothing new. As much as I love a lot of Russell's writing, I mean, hey, he gave us the masterpiece that is Love and Monsters.
Actually, the story behind Love and Monsters is actually kind of sweet, though.
Yeah.
Because the Absorbaloff was made for a Blue Peter special, made a Doctor Who monster, and they built a story around that.
And he based it off Ian Levine. Well, is it classic Russell, or is it 2 different? Pick a lane.
Pick a lane, Chris.
Well, it's majority been classic Russell, but then there's a lot of choices that he's been.
No,
that's my main problem. That Ishan is saying is that Russell likes to blabber, so you don't get that audience interaction, like audience picking up on these mystery boxes. If Russell himself is going to state in an interview or in a video, like straight after the episode, being like, "This is the mystery box," it's like.
Well, no, I mean, if you watch the clips of him saying, "Who is Ruby's mother? Do we learn who Ruby's mother is?" And Millie Gibson might be whispering, "Yes," but it's just him applying a commentary, just like he's not confirming that the Doctor verse that he came up with as a headcanon is officially.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that's his headcanon, but like.
it's not him going ahead and saying, well, this is what you want to look out for in the new season. Mrs. Flood, she has to be something, huh? The show itself implies that, and we go ahead and look at that. Because that's the difference. And if Landry were here, he'll be here next week, he said. We just have to let him know what we're doing. He says it every time. The way that shows are produced and publicized now, this is how it's done. It's Russell having to do it, not him. Maybe him wanting to a little bit, but it's him having to, because that's how most fans expect to receive information now. Russell looked at Chibnall's run and realized what ultimate power looked like. Eric Breen, I know. I don't know why. Moffat's run? What are you talking about, Ashawn?
In regards to what?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because I can complain about quite a bit of Moffat's run. Not a lot of it. It's not all bad, but there are certainly parts of it where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but nothing as destructive as The Timeless Child.
I mean, you could, while I don't particularly care on the matter, a lot of people didn't like that he essentially just broke down the Time War to just a traditional war. It's just them shooting each other at the end. Because their argument is because Russell made it this like big, like, oh, it's this huge temporal conflict, like so many unimaginable stuff. But then when we see it, it's just Time Lords and Daleks shooting at each other. So I know some people complain about that.
I mean, listen, if we want to get...
Oh, in regards to doing whatever you want with the show, that's what he means.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess.
Hailed as the savior of Doctor Who, right up until the first thing he created, when every Doctor Who fan immediately wrote him off and got cold feet. I mean, yeah. I mean, that happens a little bit. I don't think Chris is doing that. Chris is just criticizing. Not criticizing, criticizing.
Chris. Sounds like an exercise.
I know it does.
All right, everyone, let's go criticize. And a 1 and a 2 and a...
Sorry, I have to get another Baja.
Can you stop with the Baja Blast, okay? No. I'm letting everyone know here. Pixel's obsessed with Baja Blast, and he always has to fucking bring it up.
This is my fifth one today.
You're going to die, okay? You're going to game end yourself with how much Baja Blast you're having.
Listen, I haven't had it in a while.
Like, it's me, GPZ. Like, that's why I'm kind of fine with it. And like I said, a lot of people just didn't like that. The whole of, like, the Time War just essentially just became, it's just them shooting at each other. It's more about the message.
Yeah. And it was, like, in what's it called? The Target novelization. Didn't you say it goes ahead and pretty much says that it takes days for all the TARDISes to go ahead and lock Gallifrey down, where the doctors
that's a novelization.
Have to go down to save people down. It's yeah. And there are
conservatives got how
haters that go
like all these. It's so funny, like seeing all the like nerdrotic and all that, like beforehand. It's like, yeah, Russell's he's gonna bring it back. He's gonna say he's not gonna make it work, and it's just like, did you watch Doctor Who? Not even just Russell's, like actually watch any of Doctor Who. It's always been quote unquote work. I mean, what are the Daleks an allegory for? Have you seen like some of like Third Doctor's era? What they're supposed to be allegories for?
Your mother.
Your mum. Doctor Who fans tend to be way too interested in the canon that they'll push away a story because of a slight canon break. See The Magician's Apprentice, The Witch's Familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, and brainwashed a little bit.
When the thing they should be considering is narrative purpose. Yeah. Got him. Yep, exactly. Got him. Your mother. The only funny joke that Pixel has said this entire stream.
Quite a few. I forgot little show and tell. Got these for Christmas in my stocking. Just little pop figures. You don't like pop figures? They're cute. I don't get the hate.
I kid.
They're cute, man.
I kid. Why is OZChris's camera upside down? No, it's not.
He's upside down.
No, there we go.
There you go.
Now we are accurate to everyone's expectations of Australia.
Okay. Final bit of news.
But pop vinyls, Pixel, I'm fine with pop vinyl. I just get the ones that I like. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a bit. I don't get the whole like, oh, I'm going to collect all these.
They're
only
collectibles. Like
I have a Weeping Angel one right up there. I love it because it's a Weeping Angel. I think, oh, well, that's cool. That's cute. Right by Gwenpool. I like Gwenpool too.
Sean says, "How's the summer, Chris?" You can tell by me just wearing this. It's hot
and no pants.
I've got pants on. Okay. What do you think I'm? This isn't a business meeting. Okay.
You're not.
I'm gonna wear pants. I'm wearing pants. I'm not going commando on a Doctor Who live stream and discussion.
This isn't Twitch.
How dare you? How dare you? The absolute gall of you to assume that I would be sitting here talking about an established British sci-fi television series with my cheeks out for the whole world to see. How dare you?
Well, I'm sorry.
It's me, GBC says, in a show as old as Doctor Who, I've adopted an attitude of seeing every story as its own self-contained piece of media. It helps. I can't see what that says because there's with the canon stress a lot. That comes with the territory of it being a time-traveling show, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How do y'all keep your furniture bolted down so it doesn't fall?
Chris would never be that cheeky.
I'm not telling. That's a trade secret. If I told you, I'd have to send an emu to your house.
You can't send an emu anywhere. How many times do we have to say this? They beat you twice.
We can coax. I can push them in a general direction. I will lure them.
And it's gonna push you back.
I will lure them to anyone.
You're gonna seduce an emu into a destination.
Typical Floridian thinks everyone's the fuck the animals. Typical. Wow, so surprising, Pixel. How's your fucking widow wife?
Sean says you can just think of it as media. So things don't always make sense or fit perfectly. Yeah. I mean, I take some issue with that. I can respect every Doctor Who story on its own merit. A lot of Big Finish stories are that way. You go ahead and you listen. You're listening for this.
So what you're saying is you really respect Legends of the Sea Devil.
Oh, I'm going to steal Eric Breen's words. You can eat some hot death. How about that? You live in hot death.
Hey, that's your words. That's your words. Never mind that. How do they keep themselves boiled down? Explain why Australians are so scared of the sun they might fall into it. It's hell. It's hell here. I live in constant terror. I could walk outside and die. I don't know. I'm fearful of everything. I look at a lamppost you know what I see? Enemy. I look at a blade of grass. You know what that is? That's actually a knife. Chris, have you listened to The Last Day Part 1? Funny you say that because I have a review coming out tomorrow. And oh boy, I don't particularly have anything good to say about it. Except for maybe one thing.
But speaking of Big
tune
Finish,
into that.
It's time for another Ninth Doctor box set. You know, one of his like 4 releases in the next year. Because he has nothing else on his plate. But no, he is going to be with Bernie Summerfield.
Bernie!
Yep.
Bernie Summerfield. Which I might do a video on. I've listened to her first ever Big Finish story. The one that started Big Finish. Oh, no, it isn't. Which is fun. It's very different. And I'm actually quite surprised about the quality of it. I mean, like, production-wise, because this was their first thing. This is what they had to pitch to get the rights to Doctor Who from the BBC. And I'm actually quite surprised that it actually kind of outdoes, like, a lot of their productions later on. Just like sound wise and everything, like it sounds so high quality for essentially which was just a team of just friends for the most part. So yeah, maybe somewhere along the line I'll do a video on Oh No It Isn't, because I actually have the book Oh No It Isn't by Paul Cornell. So maybe
no,
video.
It isn't.
Oh no, you didn't. But yeah, maybe a video, maybe a comparison if I ever get time to read it. Okay, I'll wait for that review. Yes, little spoiler for everyone. Review of The Last Day Part 1 out tomorrow. All right.
But yeah,
Continue,
Ninth
Pixel.
Doctor's going to just be with Bernie Summerfield. That's pretty much.
It's probably
That's
just the last
news.
story. That's it. Will I listen to it? I don't know. This range is on the chopping block. I've just the Ninth Doctor stuff has just been so samey. Like, there's good stuff in there, yes, but I just wanted something more refreshing, which we won't get because the stipulations that Chris Eccleston has put in. I say it time and time again, it's so obvious they want to do stuff with the Ninth Doctor and Rose, but they can't. Because it has to be the Ninth Doctor by himself. And they have to pay him more money, and also pay Billy Piper more money to get them together to do this stuff. I don't know. This box set could be good, but I don't know. It's on the chopping block after I'm really revising what I'm getting for this year, so I'm not minimizing a lot, but
This
who
might be
knows?
one of those things.
This might be one. The Ninth Doctor Adventures could be something I could not listen to, and I don't feel like I'd be missing out.
Everyone wants refreshing. Drink some water. Or does the water evaporate on contact in Australia?
Yeah, this was like full water now. Nothing in it. Oh, there was little drops, but yeah, nothing in it now. Whereas I'd rather evaporate the Baja Blast that Pixel is drinking right now.
Are
you going to listen to? Huh?
Have you ever had Baja Blast?
No, I just hate hearing it all the time.
If you had it, you would know. Oh, yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to listen. Because Pixel wanted to listen to it, so I said, fine, I'll get it. I'll listen to it as well.
There is a perfect role in existence, and that is Dan Starkey as Sontarans. He's able to just go ahead, and every time, doesn't matter, he's perfect.
Yeah, we'll be getting that one. Obviously, we'll be getting the first Doctor Adventures that is coming out this month.
Daleks! Yes! Daleks! Yes! Noonan against Daleks! It's perfect!
And then an audio novel comes out today. The 12th Doctor one. With Missy.
listen to it. I don't.
I've got it. I'm getting it anyway, so I'll listen to it. I'll let you know how it goes. There's 3 narrators, so that'll be interesting.
Remind me if it ever goes on sale that we should get Emancipation of the Daleks again.
You have it.
I'm not going back into my old account.
Fucking lazy. This man here.
We are building a collection together, Chris. You just do most of it.
Mrs. Flotter's Frobisher. Ah, yeah, that's the only time I'll accept that. Mrs. Flotter's Frobisher. Still haven't listened to any audio novels, though I have all of them. That's essentially me. I've only listened to Box of Terrors.
Listen to Box of Terrors. I've started what's Matthew Waterhouse?
He has 2. He has The Watchers and Prisoners of London.
Prisoners of London. I've started listening to that, and it's neat. Yeah, it is expensive.
Yeah,
we
I have 2 to listen to, aside from the Prisoners of London, which I have. I think it's Dead Star and Scourge of the Cybermen. Their first one.
Sean, it's not a competition.
I bet my collection is better. I have 99% of all Doctor Who stories on Big Finish. Join the club. I think I have almost everything.
The club vicariously through him.
Yep.
I have spent money on Big Finish. It's just
come back when you have some money, buddy. I just want to play Bioshock again. Welcome to the circus of values.
Anyway, it's that time.
No, it's not. I refuse. It's 7 hours, so it's hard to commit to. Yeah, that's the main deterrent with the audio novels is that you're gonna have to dedicate time to listen to them. No, it's not like a 1 hour story or a box set with 3 1-hour stories. It is like 7 hours. So
trying to eat up all our time.
Doctor Who, you utter bastard!
Damn you. But no, I guess considering we've mentioned New Year's, we've mentioned the Daleks, we are on to our topic for this live stream. The best of the New Year specials that Chris Chibnall did, because he just doesn't like Christmas. What a Grinch. I'm kidding. He probably loves Christmas, but I don't know.
He says it partially was a BBC decision, but why would you have a New Year's special then? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. If they're going to go ahead and get rid of the Christmas special, why would they say, well, New Year's special might be better? No. You're just being silly. You're being silly, Chibi.
BBC, where's the YouTube Day special? Huh? If we can just have specials for anything. Huh? The day that YouTube was made. Where's that special?
Give it.
I'm going to look up like very obscure holidays and like see if we can make it into like a
Aerosmith Day.
No, not the fucking fake ones we made.
I can't believe that just sits in the back of my mind. Jimmy had to come up with a holiday special, and he chose freaking Aerosmith Day. Did I
Why can't I just go and look up fucking holiday? I go look up holidays, and it's like, where do you want to go? I'm like, nowhere, bitch. All right, global holidays. You've got your normal New Year's. You got, hey, where's the Chinese New Year special? Huh? Not very inclusive of you, BBC.
Yeah, make a Talon sequel. Oh no.
Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure, knowing Doctor Who, there already is a Talon sequel. I know there's a Talon prequel.
Yeah, there's a Big Finish Talon sequel, I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that a prequel? It's a sequel for the Doctor, but isn't it a prequel? for the characters. It's the Butcher of Brisbane. That's what it is. Here we go. Fibonacci Day, National Espresso Day, National Eat a Cranberry Day, National Cashew Day. Yeah, where are those specials? Come on.
Give me a nut special now.
Do not put those 3 words together ever again. Do not put those 3 words together ever again. No. Oh, here we go. Where's the International Talk Like a Pirate Day special?
Wasn't that Legend of the Sea Devils?
Yes. I guess. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. I suggested we pick what we thought was the best of these 3, of the main 3 specials for the New Year's. The Dalek specials, we'll call them the Chibnall Dalek specials. Resolution, Revolution of the Daleks, and Eve of the Daleks. And he really committed to that. We're not going to have classic villains. He committed it for his first series, and then the New Year's special came on. It's like, okay, here guys, Daleks.
So, but don't make me defend Resolution. How dare you?
It's still a Dalek.
Yeah, the idea that they have a reconnaissance Dalek that's going to come down out of a suit and just not even wear people, just sit on their backs and control them. It's like, no.
So you're saying that's the best one?
No.
The
best one is actually...
You go ahead. Which one do you think is the best of the New Year's specials?
It's Revolution of the Daleks. So, Resolution has so many problems. And obviously, if you're making a story that's not only a sequel to that, but Arachnids of UK as well, it's
the best story.
It's it's not great. None of these specials are great, but
the huge majority are all okay. They're just okay episodes. As Sean says, from best to worst, Eve, Resolution, Revolution. I would swap one of those.
For me, it would be Revolution, Eve, Resolution. Resolution has, I still think it's a bad idea, the Recon Dalek, but they went ahead and they wanted to have this, oh, you can talk the Dalek off your back scene, and didn't let the Dalek be brutal at all. Revolution doesn't care. The poor guy thinks he's I found the genetic material inside of the casing that you have. They kill a guy in the first 5 minutes after you know he has a mother that he's taking care of and stuff. But Chibnall's like,
did he die? I thought he was just knocked out.
No, he's dead. He falls to the ground. His eyes are wide open. They drag his body, put him in the truck. His eyes are open. He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
I thought that he was just kind of just knocked out or just like paralyzed or something.
It's absolutely brutal. And then they have the person whose company is bought out by not Trump, and he makes a clone of the Recon Dalek and is told to basically destroy it because now, what's his name? Do you remember his name?
Leo? No, which one?
Not Trump.
Jack Robertson, I think it was.
Robertson, after being told by Yaz and company, because they're all, not all of them, only Yaz is like, the doctor might be expecting us. How, Yaz? Tell me. After that, they go ahead and face Robertson against his car, and they say, "Hey, what are you doing? That's a Dalek." He's like, "No, they're drones. There's nothing inside of them. They're robots." And immediately after, he's shown the new copy of the Recon Dalek. He's like, "Destroy that thing. It's disgusting. This never happened." And then it all goes to hell. I liked Jack in this special. It was good to see him come back before he had to go away forever. The problem with this one is, it does suffer from the time.
That's one of the reasons why I don't. So for that one that would be the second place for me, would be Revolution, is because one of the main problems I have with it is that the whole leftovers from the Timeless Children, mainly to do with the Doctor being in prison, is just quickly resolved. It really did feel like that it was something from a different episode that was latched onto this episode so they can get the Doctor back.
I mean,
because I feel like you could have just done an episode of like the Doctor like trying to stage a prison escape and still have like Jack there. Jack's helping the Doctor escape. Because I don't know, the Doctor just like what the Doctor say? Like it was almost 2 decades or something that she was trapped in there.
She was
trapped. It was quite a while.
She had a wall full of scratches. So yeah.
So the Doctor was there for a while. I find it hard to believe the Doctor would just accept that. She only makes like a one-off mention of like trying to eat the bars to escape, eat the fences to escape.
Yeah, and the really works well for you in Resolution. I mean, Resolution has so many problems with the introduction of the Recon Dalek. It doesn't feel like
somehow swords and axes were able to stop a Dalek.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, if this wasn't like essentially a Time War-esque Dalek or post-Time War-esque Dalek, like maybe, I could give it that like essentially primitive weaponry could surprise it.
But the good thing in Revolution is that the Dalek itself is brutal. It's basically used Robertson's corporation to fund a secret project, and then he turned all the humans that they had working on the facilities into food. Yeah, it's just so utterly brutal. It's dark. The first one doesn't want to be dark. It doesn't. It's not even really hopeful though. It's just sad. It's pathetic.
It's Resolution, I think, suffers from trying to do something different with the Daleks. It just doesn't do it enough of it. It doesn't do it interesting enough. Revolution, I feel like, was okay. We had problems with Resolution. Let's do it a bit better. Yeah. And there is stuff in Revolution that I do like. I do like the setup leading to Ryan and Graham leaving, because it is a point that is brought up within the episode. You know, starting off, aside from Yaz, Ryan and Graham have kind of acclimatized back to not traveling anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas Yaz is stuck with the whole like, all these things, to do with the Doctor. So, she's trying to get back to the Doctor and all that. So I like that. And then Ryan saying to the Doctor, like, this is 10 months. Like, I've gone to, I'm reconnecting with my dad. That's working. I feel like, I've been fine here. Kind of acclimatized back to him leaving. I like that. I do like that.
But then there's the problem of them going and doing stuff on Earth anyway.
Yeah.
Paper. I don't like any of these. I'm sorry. None of them are particularly good. But out of the three, Revolution has what I can forgive the most, because Jack is really good in here. I just mean he is. But aside from bringing him back, the Daleks are good in here because they go ahead, they fix the problems with the Recon Dalek, and then exterminate every last trace of them with the classic bronze Time War Dalek. It's great. It's perfect. And then I do like the Doctor's trick of, oh, well, you want to come into the TARDIS? Come on in. And they all fly into the TARDIS, and then it folds in on itself. I liked that. That's the best part of it. Robertson is still around. They never go ahead and address him again. You realize that?
Yeah, I know.
He's dubbed the hero of humanity and is up for an honorary knighthood. And then, bye. Maybe
Bye-bye,
Big
Mr.
Dick
Big.
will have an idea for him.
Well, for me, of the 3 specials, I'd say the quote-unquote best, and I say this because I feel like it kind of encapsulates the point of it being a New Year's special, is Eve of the Daleks. Having it be set on New Year's, you have the whole...
Elf
essentially...
storage.
Huh?
It's a Christmas special.
I know. The whole New Year's thing, Christmas, yeah, whatever. But I feel like there's more to do with a kind of a New Year's special. Like, you could view the whole time loop of them, it's essentially being a, everyone like to do the whole joke of like, no, new year, new me, but oh no, I'm actually kind of just the same person. The loop is kind of like that. The loop is kind of like, oh, it's a new year, but they're the same person, but they'll do something slightly different in the loop in order to like resolve it. So I like the idea of the time loop. It's not the best episode ever. I think when we reviewed it, I said it's a classic in the middle of a series episode where it's like, yeah, it's just there. It's just a story you put in the middle. It's fine.
My favorite part is when Dan goes to Yaz and says, "You're gay."
I know what you are.
Evil Dan.
No, I can somewhat enjoy parts of Eve, even though I think it's okay. I can't, even though I don't feel like the. Look, we gave the Daleks a Gatling gun, but they're not as effective.
What was the point? There's
I know.
just no point.
But even that
all of these suffer from. What was the point of this?
Yeah,
Nothing really.
But even that, I'd
even
say
in
Eve.
Revolution, which I say is out of these 3 my favorite. Even in Revolution, when they're trying to go ahead and address the timeless child, oh yeah, I'm the same old doctor. No, you're not. You know about the past now, and you're going to have to face that. But you're still the same old doctor. Pick a lane, Chibnall.
But yeah, for me, I'd put Eve.
We did make those.
We actually can. We could now afterwards. So yeah, for me, I put Eve of the Daleks as the best New Year's special.
Okay. Yeah. So you're Eve, Revolution, Resolution.
Yep.
And I'm Revolution, Eve, Resolution. But the key thing is we can all agree that the last one sucks.
Well, that's all right then.
Yep. Yeah, we all agree.
You get a
Resolution.
kick out of that. Since Ashan asked us, have we ranked the fall 2023 specials? What would you rank them? So we got our 60th anniversaries and our Christmas special.
Yeah.
From best
all
to
four
worst.
Together.
All 4 together.
That's really hard when you have 4 good episodes. It gets hard when you have good quality television. How about that? I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. If I'm going to rank it, this is really hard. Spur of the moment thing. Top of the list. might actually be... I don't think I have an answer yet. Do you have an answer for your first pick? Like, you know this is your top?
Yeah, Wild Blue Yonder.
That's your top?
That'd be number one for me. See, okay, I can give you quickly my top four. Well, from
Okay.
one to four. Wild Blue Yonder, The Giggle. I think it's the last two I'm kind of iffy on placement. Star Beast and Church on Ruby Road. Actually, no. Wild Blue Yonder, Giggle, Church on Ruby Road, Star Beast. That doesn't necessarily mean I think the Star Beast is the worst. I just think the other three stories were just either just had something better or were more enjoyable. I did enjoy the Star Beast. It was good to have Doctor Who back, but there's the little nugget in the room that is the Meta Crisis.
Yeah. I mean, with the Giggle, there's the little nugget in the room with the bi-generation.
That's true. But
even then, like, my mind is trying to... I enjoy Wild Blue Yonder. I enjoy it a lot. So much. I don't think it's my top one. I'm sorry. Don't bring your face like that.
Sean says Church on Ruby Road, Wild Blue Yonder, The Giggle, The Star Beast.
I think I'm Church of Ruby Road, The Giggle, Wild Blue Yonder, Star Beast. Because the Church of Ruby Road is an outstanding opening episode. This is essentially the new Rose. And I'm engrossed. I loved it. Watched it twice in one night, and just it's just so filled with energy. While the others are filled with nostalgia, even the Giggle, not the Giggle, Wild Blue Yonder is filled with that nostalgia, even though it's a new episode, with that, oh, this is 10, and Donna back together again. This is classic banter, and then the horror element is fun. I think the Giggle delivers with the toy maker so well that that's why it's number 2. But Church of Ruby Road is filled with new energy, even with the dangling plot threads. It's so full of new energy that I want the new era now. Give it to me. And Star Beast is great. It is great. All of these are great, but Star Beast is just sitting at the bottom because something has to be there. And the Meta Crisis wasn't handled the best. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
But yeah, that's all right then.
You're out of control.
I rewatched the Church of Ruby Road during my New Year's. Coincidentally, the Goblin song was playing at the midnight. We have a baby, we can feast. Yeah, so this is why it's going to be stuck in your head now. It's already there. You try to escape it, it's there. Purity required was because of revolution. I hope that's clear now. It cannot be the Zach of our channel.
Cancel Pixel. Hashtag cancel Pixel.
Miranda already said that. But we're getting out of here. We're both.
We are. Yes. But that is it for this live stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I did a video recently, my best of Big Finish 2023. Definitely go check it out. I'll have my review of...
list?
Huh?
What was top of the list?
I'm not telling you. You have to go watch it. You gotta watch it to see what was top of the list. I'm not spoiling it. Go watch it. It was a release in 2023.
Impossible.
I know, exactly. And I'll have my review of the 7th Doctor Adventures Last Day Part 1 out tomorrow. No, Sean. Nope.
All right, we gotta go. Thank you.
We gotta go.
so much.
I have this to watch. I've got it. I got the 60th anniversary steelbook. I have all the extras to
Awesome.
watch.
ALLONS-Y.
ALLONS-Y, Geronimo. ALLONS-Y, Geronimo.